I hope he will pull through, go 6-1. I'll be all okay.
Seems good.
I mean, at least Gundam got a couple wins. Kranich went 0-3, and at that point, I would have just gone home if I didn't still have a job to do. But we do have
could be arranged.
another. Huh?
So that could be arranged if you want. If you want to go to bed.
I guess we
Wow,
can just have Lothar
Holy.
solo cast, and you really just want to be the only caster with the long hair. I know it. I know what your ulterior motives
Can we get
are,
production
Sottle.
to mute Sottle's mic, please? He's
Now,
enough.
if I can continue, match 5, or game 5 of the 4th round. This is going to be the last game before we get into round number 5. It's going to be kicking off pretty soon. And this one is Yulsic versus Tansoku. So these are two HCT vets. Yulsic was in the World Championships last year, even though he did lose to Handsome Guy in the APAC Summer Championships. But because Handsome Guy had already qualified, Yulsic went on through, and Tansoku was in the last call. But it all comes down to game number 5 between these two guys to see who can go up 4-0 in this Swiss.
Both are very notable players of their countries. I mean, Yulsic played at BlizzCon. He had a very tough group there with Amnesiac, Breath, and Dr. Hippie. He failed to qualify, but it's a tough group, right?
Yeah, I certainly can't blame him for not making it out of that one. Tom60229, 4 wins. My pick, Pin Ping Ho, dropping his first one, but 3-1.
Well, not bad,
Could
right?
still make it through.
Yoan going 4-0 against Camo. Nice. Okay, but let's go back to the game. Tansoku and Yulsic. Doomsayer went off, cleared of 2 creatures, so it's a good outcome for the Doomsayer. Tansoku goes with the Tomb Pleasure on turn 3, which is always ideal for the Rogue. And it's still looking good for him, but little he knows, Yulsic already is keeping 2 most important cards in every single matchup of his deck, which is Kazakus and Reno Jackson. When you have those cards in hand, you feel safe. You know what you have to do. You know your game plan. You don't have to count on drawing those, on using the life tabs, of managing, of just making risk assessment. You just know what you can do, and that's so crucial in every single game when you play a Reno deck.
Yeah, and even better for Yulsic here, this is the aggro rogue deck. So the Reno Warlock isn't under the threat of concealed gadget sends, of concealed questing auctioneers, concealed Edwins. Everything that goes on the board can be usually dealt with Hellfire, or in this case, the Kazakus Potion, which is deal 4 damage to all minions and summon a 5/5 demons. That is going to be incredibly strong for Yulsic here. They can stabilize on this board and drop Reno Jackson. It will likely be all over in his favor.
Backstab getting some value here. In this matchup, that backstab is not really that great. Right? What can you do with just...
Yeah, I mean, in this matchup, and that's sort of what you're running the risk. You're bringing aggro rogue. If you're running the full aggro lineup, it's a very strong deck. But against Reno decks, you would just rather have Miracle Rogue. So it's sort of a trade-off.
That's true. For Tansoku, it's very important for Swashbuckler to actually hit something of a substance here, because otherwise he is running dry. He has only Leroy Jenkins as a finisher here. I mean, that's...
Only Leroy.
Yeah, but it's tough to deal with the board when your opponent's already ahead. And
This is a great call by Yulsic. Just Faceless the Demon,
Exactly.
putting the most power on board that you possibly can. Like we said before, Tansoku is not going to be developing a large board that actually sticks around. It's going to be little minions here and there that Yulsic can easily deal with if he has his own board with taunted minions. He has the Sun Fury in hand.
that's true. But is Tansoku running any other Murlocs? I don't think so.
You mean this isn't Water Rogue?
No, I think it's not. There's no Finja in this deck, so he will not take advantage of the Sea Devil here from the Swashbuckler. He's going wide on board.
Yulsic
Will
getting
help
pretty
him.
low, but there's a Reno in hand.
Not looking great for Tansoku. Well, he doesn't know it yet. I feel like he is still feeling safe, but now
Now he knows.
now he knows. This is like the moment where your hope just dies.
I mean, it's still possible if Tansoku gets Shadow Step, then 2 copies of Shadow Step would be probably necessary here, but you can make magic with Leroy happen. It's not as explosive as the old versions of Leroy combo when the golden days of Leroy at 4 mana.
Man, that was crazy. Shadow Step, and then Cold Blood on top of that.
Could
Which
do some
insane amount of
wacky
burst.
things. Not wackier than mid-range Paladin succeeding in a HCT lineup, but it got pretty crazy.
So at this point of the game, Tansoku needs to count the damage for the ideal scenario to finish up the game. So if he wants to get like the maximum output, he needs to start dealing damage with the Cobalt right now. Otherwise, he will not win the game at all. After the Reno Jackson going up to 30, what he needs to count is Shadow Step, as you said, for the Leroy Jenkins. So that's 12. With the Adversary, that's 16. He's still missing 8. The Reno Jackson will take 1 million to the grave as well. So that depletes the amount of damage that you have. And you're still missing damage. So it's not looking great for Tansoku. And especially with his health totals going down to 12, he's running out of time.
Yulsic will just be able to kill him before Tansoku can even amass the cards that he needs. Beneath the Grounds coming into the hand. Too little, too late. We've already seen both Kazakus and Reno for Yulsic. That would have been really, really nice if Tansoku had access to it earlier. But now it is just going to be maybe a 4-4 on the next turn if he's lucky, but he'll probably be dead by then.
Beneath the Grounds is insanely valuable in this matchup, but they need to draw it before your opponent drops Kazakus and Reno Jackson. So kind of unfortunate for Tansoku. It's a great tech, but sometimes it's just unfortunate timing. So now it's a dead draw. Although, the perfect scenario would be you're not dead next turn, and then your opponent has 3 ambushes on the top of his deck.
Yeah, I mean, then you've got 12 damage on board. Leroy comes in. Who knows?
You still have a chance.
It's 3 very unlikely draws, and here it is going to be Lord Jiraxis for Yulsic, so no ambushes off the top. And at 20 health with only 1 card in Tansoku's hand, Yulsic is completely safe here. Drop Rag, put your opponent to 2. This is going to be checkmate. Yulsic's going to take this one.
Even the Shadow Step draw is not enough. Leroy Jenkins can deal 12 damage. Dagger will deal it, give it 13, and that's it. 7 damage.
It may be
Missing.
late, but I know that 13 does not equal 20, Lothar.
No,
And that
it
means
doesn't.
Yulsic is going to take this series 3 games to 2, giving himself a 4-0 record in Swiss going into the 5th round. We are going to be getting that round started very quickly. Here you can see Yulsic celebrating his win. Certainly a very deserving player, like we said, a veteran of HCT, but we're getting
Love his
into
jacket.
round. It's a nice jacket.
It's kind of like Michael Jackson jacket.
I could see it.
I get
I could
get
see
this
it.
vibe.
Maybe Yulsic's a fan. Who knows? Maybe he's jamming out to Thriller while he's playing Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But like we said, round number 5, is going to begin very soon. So let's go ahead and jump over to the side desk with TJ and Nathan. What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Hello. Hey, Yulsic's 4-0. My man.
Coming back.
Yeah,
It's bringing it back.
bringing it back.
I love to see the success from Yulsic. I think that the World Championship stage, he didn't quite get the justice he deserved, and we heard Lothar mention it. His group was incredibly difficult while he was there.
Yeah, let's go and take a look now that we are completing round 4. Some of the leaderboards. So some of the notables here, Yulsic, we saw Sweep. We also saw Tom60229 still sitting at 4-0, along with Jowan from Australia, a participant in the Summer Championship last year.
Yeah,
and
Lojim as well.
yeah, Lojim as well. And we also have some notables here that we want to take a look at. Here's the notable players, some players that we have on the board, some other players from around the Asia Pacific region. Handsome Guy now 2-2, Naviute now at 2-2, and Roger, even though he started 0-2, he's still trucking, he's still trying.
These
But
guys are here to play the Hearthstone Championship Tour. Right? You know, you make it this far, finish out your rounds. If for no other reason, you get to play some Hearthstone against some of the world's best.
yeah, and Lojim as well with his crazy lineup.
Yeah,
4-0.
his lineup is insane, honestly. Like, one of the big things to look at is that he's just full anti-aggro.
Yeah. But we are going to be getting underway here with round number 5.